I spoke to Lord Hannay, former British ambassador to Washington and to the UN, and he's currently chairman of the UN Association for the UK. Now, this week, he wrote to the British Foreign Secretary, urging him to encourage the US to enter into a dialogue with Iran without any preconditions. I asked Lord Hannay whether diplomatic efforts with Iran really had stalled, as he suggests in his letter.
Well, I don't think they've definitively stalled yet, but they've shown some signs of stalling, and there's been a worrying amount of talk in the media and elsewhere about the military option and military planning, and the UN Association feels very strongly that it's really imperative to achieve a negotiated diplomatic solution. So we want to see a new effort made now. There are going to be discussions in New York in the next few days when ministers are gathering there, and we would like to see a really major new effort made to get the diplomatic track active again.
You say in your letter that the one thing that's missing, a key element, is dialogue between Iran and the Security Council powers, especially direct dialogue with the US. Why is it so important?
Well, I think if you look at the parallel case, though it's not identical, of North Korea, you can understand why it's so important, because for a long time, attempts to get a negotiated diplomatic solution to the problem of North Korea's nuclear weapons was stalling too. And then, in my view, very wisely, the United States decided unconditionally to have a dialogue with North Korea, which enabled the North Koreans to raise their security concerns about US policy, and also enabled the United States to raise a whole range of concerns about North Korea's policies, both nuclear and non-nuclear. And that seems to be leading to a better prospect of a negotiated diplomatic solution than existed before. So my question is, why aren't we doing this with Iran? Should we not be doing this with Iran? Should we not getting into a dialogue in which the United States and the Iranians, who have not talked directly together for something like 30 years, should we not be doing something along those lines?
The deadlock with the North Korean situation was broken when the US decided to engage, but there was a give and take, wasn't there? They did a deal eventually, in which the North Koreans won fuel and won food.
Absolutely.
What kind of deal would you do with Iran?
But they did the deal after they'd engaged the dialogue. It was the dialogue that enabled the deal to be done.
But you have to be prepared to do a deal, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
How would one engage